What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we are back with another takeover video on Vicious God's account. He's level 88. If you guys missed it, he is a Omega Kraken. He said he spent 150 grand on this account, and we are doing the takeover, the mother of all takeovers, I guess, for this guy. And it's going to be part of a little bit of a mini series. We're already on episode 3, I guess. And today we're going to be doing a full level up and gear cleanse and evaluation of his accessories. Now, in the previous video, we did a basically full level up, cleanse, and reevaluation of his artifacts, which was actually insane. We also crafted almost 600 pieces of perception gear as well to add to his stash. Now we are tackling his accessories. He's got 1,000 accessories in here. You can kind of see most of them are not rolled up. Now, this is a significant time sink and challenge for us, but we'll try to get it done for him. And then afterwards, we will have a stash full of artifacts and accessories properly rolled up, properly cleansed off, and then we can start making some champions, making some teams, tackling some content, and optimizing his account further. Now, as you can clearly see, this kind of stuff is incredibly time consuming. So if you guys can do me a favor, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the content, if you guys learned something today, make sure you guys do me that favor. Would really appreciate that. Let's quickly hop into his inbox and see if there's actually any kind of gear or artifacts laying around in his inbox. Absolutely not. He has a bajillion energy pots here, and he's already sitting on 15,000 energy. This guy is definitely a big spender, guys. No joke about it. 25k energy here. I've never seen that in my life. There we go. Big spender, no lies, but no gear. So we're working with 1,000 accessories here. Let's see how I will break it down for you guys. First things first, you want to do this in bite-sized pieces, guys, because looking at this in its entirety is absolutely daunting, and it is going to defeat you before you even start. So first things first, tackle them by their main stat. Now, with an account like this, that's basically a brand new account. It's only a 4-month-old account. Yes, the guy has whaled like crazy, but it's only a 4-month-old account, so he doesn't have much gear on it. So depending on what kind of stats you're looking for, you probably want to water it down a little bit. Just think about yourself as a mid-game player. What type of gear will you want to keep on a mid-game account? But first, you want to separate each accessory by its stats. So first, let's do this. Let's do rings. Let's separate them by all rings and then separate them by HP. Now, the key thing here is that you want to separate and keep some of the special sets. So the special sets are the sets that you can't readily farm. So for example, you can't farm with energy. You can't just go into Spider and try to farm it. You have to wait. You're either time gated or gated in some other way, but you can't just go into a dungeon and farm it with energy at will. So these are the special sets. You want to keep at least one copy of them so that you can always make the set when you need it, especially the 9-piece sets. So here we're talking about Stone Skin, we're talking about Perception, we're talking about Merciless, Supersonic, Pinpoint. You want to keep at least one of those in every faction. So since our artifacts are separated now, we're going to be looking at rings first. And right now we're separating them by HP. So what you want to do is you want to keep 1 or 2 of your best examples. So like I said, with an account like this that basically has no accessories rolled up, it's okay to keep a couple, a little bit more. It's okay to keep a little bit more, maybe 2 or 3, because those pieces probably needs to go on characters that needs to be geared up. But if you're an endgame account, you probably only want to keep your best example only. But on this account, I'm going to keep a little bit more, and I'm only going to get rid of the absolute worst of the worst. Like I said, any of the special sets, you want to keep at least 1, regardless of how good or bad it is. So for example, let's start off with this regular piece here. I'll move my big head. Let's move myself to the right. So we'll start off with this piece here. So we got 3 percentage stats, which is good. But let's start with the roll here. So I think for this account, if you hit the main stat with the correct percentage stat at least once, it's probably worth a keep. So here you got HP percentage main stat. You want to hit the HP percent here. and then they line up, right? So this is the same with all rings. So if it's a defense ring, you want the defense percentage. If it's an attack ring, you want attack percentage. And to a lesser degree, if you have an HP ring, you want defense percentage. Like that is okay. That's like a tier B stat. And if you have a defense ring, if you hit HP percentage, that's like a B tier stat. Obviously, you want the main stat and the percentage substats to be matching. That would be ideal. Like I said, on this account, if you can hit one roll in HP percentage to match, if you can hit one matching substat, it's probably a keep because, like I said, he has no gear, no accessories rolled up. So let's start here. We're probably going to have to roll most of these to 8. I say we roll to 8 first and see if we hit. Okay, we hit. Boom. Now we can go to 12. Let's go to 12. All right, so we have 1. So this is right now the best HP high elf ring on this guy's account. So we're going to be doing that for all his standard HP rings. These are only 5-star. So the 5-star is going to be, a pretty big downgrade compared to the 6-star here. Also, you can kind of see that these 5-stars don't even have the HP percentage ring, the substat. So that means they're just automatically gone. So for example, this one, and this one will get a roll. Okay, so this one, let's see if it rolls. And it does, 12%. Those are max rolls. Let's try again. And let's go one more time. This is probably going to be a keep regardless. So it's HP and attack. These two are automatically sold because they can't roll any HP percentage. And done. So we got 2 usable pieces here, right? We got HP percentage 13%. And then we got 12% HP percentage here. Now we're going to be doing that for basically everything here. And this is just for HP main stat rings. Then we're going to be doing attack main stat rings. Then we're going to be doing defense main stat rings. And then we'll talk about the amulets. But right now I'm going to go through all the rings with the different main stats first, and we'll come back when that's all done. So be right back. All right, guys. So this is one of the rare occasions where a 5-star is actually your best piece. So he's rolled a triple HP on a 5-star epic ring, but there's nothing else that he has for HP based Night Rev rings. That's why we're going to be keeping and rolling sometimes these 5-star pieces. He's going to be keeping this for a long time. So for example, this piece, 6-star legendary piece, doesn't even have HP percentage on it, so it's instantly gone. That piece is also gone. This piece also gone. It's just terrible. Double flat rolls here. So at least for now, we can actually be okay with both of these 5-star HP based rings. And yeah, let's keep working at it. I also want to say that you want to keep more HP based accessories as opposed to defense based accessories, mainly because HP is just the better stat than defense most of the time, especially for supports. Now you need some defense, but most of the time HP can basically soak up more damage than defense can. So keep that in mind when you guys are sorting out your accessories. Try to keep more HP based accessories as opposed to defense based. I gotta say, some of these rolls are absolutely horrendous. Look at this: double attack roll, double attack roll, double attack roll. Totally misses the HP roll here. No HP roll here. Double attack roll. Unbelievable. Like, which one is actually the best? It's probably this 6-star version of it. But man, these are all so bad. I guess you can keep this one because it has defense percentage, but it's on a 5-star. At least it has the HP percentage here. But yeah, these are just darn awful. So we'll keep 2 here just as the best examples of these for the Banner Lords, but just awful here. Let's keep going. All right, so I finished all the rings, like I said, the HP, attack, and defense. And now we have a much more manageable size of our inventory. You can kind of see here we have at least 1 piece of every single special set, just in case we need to complete a set. For example, like protection set, feral set, slayer set, stone skin, for example. And since he's been farming just normal spider, he has to build up his base of just regular accessories. Of course, we kept the best examples of each stat remaining, but that doesn't really mean much. The standard for this guy's account is definitely on the low bar. We wanted to keep at least 1 of every example, even more, maybe even 2 or 3 of the best examples, just so that he has some accessories to make builds on. But you can kind of see here, much more manageable. We only have 200 total rings on this entire account. In terms of overall silver spent, we spent just I'm not too sure. I think we spent like 3 million silver. So we probably rolled up every single ring on his account and we spent only 3 million silver. Now it's on to the accessories, the amulets. If you remember, we started at over 1,000 total accessories. So that means we cleansed off about 170 rings, but it's time for the amulets. So for the amulets, you have HP, defense, crit damage. Now, crit damage is going to be the one that you want on the damage sets. So mainly Merciless, for example, is a good example of a damage set. Slayer as well is a good example of a damage set. But amulets, you can be relatively flexible. For HP and defense-based amulets, you're mainly looking for accuracy or resistance and multiple rolls into those. You definitely don't want to roll like attack substat on a HP based amulet or a defense based amulet. So for example, this amulet defense based, you don't want any rolls to go into this attack stat. It's just not going to be super good value. You ideally want your rolls to go into accuracy or even HP. And then a quick note about attack amulets. For example, this amulet, these ones, for the most part, can be sold right away. They're really only good for bomb champions. And in the rare instance where you don't have crit damage amulet, you can use an attack-based amulet on an attack-based damage dealer to give them a little bit more power. Of course, not ideal compared to a crit damage amulet. And for this guy's account, I'm afraid to straight cleanse off all attack-based amulets altogether. A little bit scared to do so, even though it might be warranted, but I'm going to keep at least one attack-based amulet on every account. And the other requirement is to keep one attack-based amulet for the special accounts. All right, so for example, this high elf, all the attack-based amulets here, we can keep the pinpoint and then we can keep the slayer, but all of these standard ones are gonna sell. So I kept one for the class and I kept one of all the special sets. So in this case, I'm just going to get rid of those standard ones. Same idea here. I'm just going to get rid of all the standard ones. Orcs, maybe there might be one here. And then for this one, we'll probably just get rid of all the 5-star ones or the bad 5-star ones. And then we'll keep the 5-star ones with the accuracy substat. So for example, this one has accuracy. We'll keep those ones. And then Sacred Order, same thing. We'll keep this one since it's already 16. Merciless, this one, of course, we keep because it's a special set. Demon Spawn, we have to keep the best one. So we'll keep the best one. And it's going to be this legendary one. So we'll keep that one. Skinwalkers, I know Skinwalkers has bombs with Nishak. So definitely worth keeping at least one good one. Here, we'll keep the legendary one with the accuracy. That one. And then, of course, we'll keep the protection one because it's a special set. Wars will keep the special set, keep the special set. Sylvan Watcher will keep one, and it's going to be the legendary one. Night Revs will keep the Slayer one. And then actually we'll keep the second one just in case he has an ore, for example. These ones are just so uncommon that even keeping these bad ones for the possibility of oring them kind of makes sense. Same thing, Undead here. Probably want to just keep the legendary one. This 5-star one's pretty bad. Doesn't even have rolls and accuracy, so that's going to go. Pinpoint, we'll keep the ones with accuracy, and that's good. Shadowkin, we'll keep the legendary one only as accuracy. Revenge, we'll keep it just in case it is a special set. Dark Elves, we'll keep the highest rank one with accuracy. Pinpoint we'll keep because it's special set. Pinpoint Lizardman will keep one, which is the best one, the 6-star one with accuracy. Supersonic will keep. Bannerlords will keep one, the best one with accuracy, ideally. We'll keep this one, this 5-star one. Then Pinpoint Bannerlord. We'll keep the 5-star legendary one, and then we don't need this one. We'll just keep the one. We don't really need any more than that. Ogren Tribes. Ogren Tribes does have some bomb champions, so you could find some use here. Let's see. We got epic one with some accuracy. We'll keep that. This 5-star one's pretty bad. We'll just get rid of it. And then the Pinpoint, no accuracy. We'll keep only the accuracy one. So this rare one with the accuracy. Unfortunately, it's pretty weak quality. It's only a rare one, so we will hold on to the 6-star one as well. And Ogren, like I said, does have some bomb champions might want to gear out maybe in the future for some use. But there we go. We got rid of most of them. We got 37 straight sell in the bin. Now for these ones, I'll make them all level 8, so the optimizer will pick them up. So we'll get to that. Yeah, we rolled probably like a dozen of these double accuracy rolls. Yeah, pretty good luck with rolling the accuracy on these. So we're all done here with the attack-based amulets. Like I said, we're not keeping much. We keep 27 throughout all the classes, and that includes keeping some of the special set ones. Let's jump into the HP-based ones. So this is what we're going to do. HP-based, defense-based, and then crit damage. Again, we will separate them by stat, HP, defense, crit damage, and then keep one of the best example of each. And of course, always keep the special sets for this account to ensure that we at least have one of each amulet for each faction. So for example, this High Elf only has one HP based amulet in its entirety, even special sets included. Not an ideal one, but we'll keep it. We'll make it 8 and we'll keep it, hold on to it. So we'll do this for all of them and then we'll be right back. Like I said, for these support amulets, the HP and defense ones, you either want resistance or accuracy. So in this case, we have a 6-star HP one and then a hit resistance. And then this one is a 5-star HP one that hit double crit damage. So this one's significantly worse. So we'll delete this one. And then this one, we hit the attack here as well. It doesn't have accuracy. It doesn't have resistance. So this one's also pretty bad. And this one is a 4-star piece. So it's a pretty easy triple sell here. And then we keep the one best version here. So just an example of what I'm talking about. So we'll be right back doing the rest. All right, lastly, for the crit damage amulets, you basically want to hit all your rolls into one of these flat stats. So either attack, defense, or HP. And then that's about it. The more rolls you put into each one, that means that amulet is for that specific stat type. So for example, this High Elf amulet here, you want it to go right into attack or right into defense, all the rolls going into it. If you hit accuracy, that's okay, but if you hit resistance, that's probably not going to be very good. So in this case, this is going to be a attack damage dealer amulet that has accuracy. You know, there could be lots of champions like that, but obviously this resistance roll is going to be very bad. I think resistance is going to be the worst stat you can have on a crit damage amulet. So if you roll many times into resistance, that crit damage amulet definitely loses a lot of value. But in this case, we're still going to keep this one because he basically has no gear on his account. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. So now he has a defense-based amulet and so forth, right? For example, this one could be HP based, could be attack based, double resistance. So we'll get rid of this one. Like I said, it's the worst one, resistance. Even double accuracy can be okay. This one defense based with one resistance. We already have a double defense here. So I think this one we're just going to get rid of because it's the worst of the bunch. Also 5-star, it doesn't have much value either. You obviously want a 6-star amulet. This one's HP based. So we have one attack, one defense, one HP. Again, you just start getting rid of these once you start getting better copies of them. But you can kind of see for high elves, he only has 4 total amulets with crit damage. This one's going to be the best one by far because it's a special set one. He rolls defense here. And of course, it's a 6-star piece as well. So he gets higher crit damage numbers. But yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of options. So that's why we're going to be pretty loose with what we keep. So anyways, we'll work on this and we'll be right back. You should probably weigh these amulets the most with the 6-star. So the 6-star amulets are way more impactful than a little bit of extra stats. If you, for example, if you like triple roll into like attack here, it's not going to be as powerful as a 6-star version of it, even with less rolls into attack. So definitely focus on trying to go for the 6-star. They have much more value than the 5 stars. Even like a 6-star rare, for example, is still going to be very, very valuable relative to a 5-star. Just keep that in mind with crit damage amulets. All right, so all crit damage amulets are done. A lot more manageable now. But yeah, we ended up keeping a lot of pieces just because he has none in his inventory. So 72 crit damage amulets across all the factions. Not too bad. considering we auto kept all the special sets. Last thing for the accessories will be the banners. Now for the banners, you're basically just looking for stats that match up with the main stat, and then speed. So if you have a support banner, for example, accuracy resistance, you're looking for speed substats and you're looking to hit that substat with your rolls. If you have a banner, for example, like a defense-based banner like this, you're looking for defense percentage. So you're looking for all your rolls to land there, or speed. So this banner, all things considered, it's not bad. It's pretty okay. This banner, for example, attack, you have 1 attack percentage and then no speed. So not that great, but it does at least has 1 roll in attack, and it is a special set, pinpoint set. So it has a bit more value. So anyways, we're going to go over all of these banners here. He doesn't look like he has a lot. He has 350, but I'm pretty sure most of them don't have speed. And without speed, it loses its value quite a bit. So we'll have to go through the same kind of process where we do HP, attack, defense, resistance, and accuracy. And yeah, we try to keep the best examples of each one, as well as keep at least one of the special sets. All right, we'll do that and we'll be right back. Man, there are some absolutely horrific banners in here. A lot of them don't have speed, and a lot of them don't even have the proper substats to match the main stats. And most of the rolls didn't roll good too. So he's got some really weak HP based banners on his account. Yeah, so I gotta go through the attack, defense, resistance, and accuracy. Let's go through them, and we'll be right back. All right, since Vicious's account doesn't really have much resistance or accuracy banners, we'll do them both at the same time. Basically, you want at least 1 banner of each per faction. And of course, you keep all the special ones. But you just want to make sure that you have at least 1 of them so that you can make a build with them. So for example, High Elves here, we got 4 different banners, 1 Stone Skin. Oh, we got a couple Pinpoint and a Slayer as well. Yeah, so this is not what you want for a resistance banner. You want speed on resistance and accuracy banners. And if you don't have those, at least hit the support stats, hit the defense percentage, hit the HP percentage. This banner is complete rubbish. So for example, this one, I mean, no speed, it's not really worth it. This one, definitely worth the roll. So accuracy banner has speed on it with HP percentage. Double hit HP percentage, not too shabby. Resistance, we're going to have to keep it since it's our only Stone Skin banner. These are all horrendous. And this is our only Slayer banner, and we'll have to keep it. As for the Pinpoint, I think we just keep the Resistance banner. It's pretty terrible. It doesn't have speed or anything, but sorry, we'll keep the Accuracy banner because this is an accuracy set. So at least you can, kind of get a little bit more accuracy that way. But these 2 resistance banners are pretty horrible. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this 1 horrible resistance banner here. And then this one probably goes as well. So overall, when you cut it all down, you have 1 accuracy banner with speed. You have 1 resistance banner here. You have 1 accuracy banner here. And you have an accuracy pinpoint banner, which is still not too bad because you get the bonus right away. You get 20 accuracy. So it's the equivalent of being a 6-star banner. But you only have 1 with speed. So you can kind of see where this account is really struggling with gear. We can quickly do the Undead Hordes here, for example. You have a resistance banner with speed. Some hits in HP and defense, but a double hit here in attack is generally a pretty weak banner. It's 16. We can take a quick look here. So this accuracy banner, definitely worth a roll. Probably going to keep it no matter what. Boom, double speed. That's a keeper for sure. This one's a goner. This one could roll speed as well. We already have a double speed. This one didn't roll as well, but it is an accuracy banner. It's our second one, and it does have a speed here, which is not too bad. But this one is complete garbo, so we'll get rid of that one. This one is a resistance piece with no speed, so it's probably garbo. This one is significantly better than this one, so we'll just get rid of this one for sure. That's garbage, no speed. Try to hit speed here. Maybe it'll be our fastest resistance banner. It's not. So we'll probably just get rid of that 5-star piece as well. Accuracy banner. Let's see if we can hit the speed. So you guys kind of get the idea, right? Like how to do it. At this stage, we have a double roll accuracy banner, which is going to be the best one. And we don't really have anything else to compete against it. So that's about it for Undead. Real quick. These banners are going to go real quick. So I'll be right back, finishing these right up. All right. So I finished off his banners, accuracy, resistance. Looks like this is the final count here. 618 accessories. Basically 99% of them we rolled up, and they're ready to go in terms of finding builds for them. I was a little conservative and I kept some extra pieces just in case we needed, whatever examples to, make builds happen. But we basically removed about 40% of all of his accessories. We rolled them up and we removed the ones that were worse examples, and we kept the best examples of each stat: HP, defense, attack, crit damage, resistance, accuracy, all that stuff for the rings, amulets, banners. It's a lot. It's a lot of work, especially when there's nothing done. When there's nothing done for a long period of time, it's a lot of extra work, a lot of man hours going into it. But at the same time, since there's so much room and there's so much room for improvement, you have kind of loose restrictions so that you can keep more pieces. But eventually, once you start getting closer and closer to the cap, once you start farming more and your gear starts getting better, you got to be more restrictive, a little bit harsher in what you remove. But that just raises the level of your gear. Right now, we can basically, this guy's gear is basically pretty low, early, or mid. He's not going to have a lot of the end game stuff. A lot of his banners don't have speed, for example. He has a lot of 5-star crit damage amulets, for example. Not a lot of double rolls on his rings. So yeah, basically somebody that's just starting out his farming in the game. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully there was some tips in here that's going to help you out for your accessory cleansing. I kept the video a little bit shorter than usual for my cleansing videos, just so it's more digestible. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this journey with Vicious Gods accounts takeovers. Now he's ready to have champions built, to have teams built. We went through all his artifacts. We went through all his accessories. He's ready to go. He's running pretty lean and mean here. He's got 600 artifacts. He's got 600 accessories, but they're all rolled up. They're the best of the best that he actually has on his account, and they're ready for the next stage of how we're going to fix up his account and optimize everything for him. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We got a lot left to do on Vicious God's account here. So hopefully we'll see you back for the next episode. Once again, I appreciate your time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.